I arrived in this small city the night before the wedding. The bride and groom had thoughtfully arranged the hotel rooms for all the relatives and friends who traveled from out of town. The room was clean and spacious, and the bathroom was great, so I took a quick shower and went to bed early. When I arrived at her place, she was already shooting her second look. In Chinese tradition, this is a bridal preparation session. Before I got there, she had gotten up at 2 a.m. for makeup and a morning robe photo session. Relatives and friends began arriving one after another. There was also an adorable little child. Someone carried the little one over to the bride, and the child stared at her with wide eyes, probably amazed by how beautiful she looked. Everyone absolutely loved that little cutie. Meanwhile, the groom was already waiting outside the door. But before he could enter the room and meet his bride, he had to answer questions prepared by the bridesmaids and complete a series of fun challenges. The room was filled with laughter, cheers, and playful teasing. This is one of the most lively and down-to-earth parts of a traditional Chinese wedding, the door games. Finally, he passed the first challenge and entered the room. But of course, the fun was far from over. Everyone started jokingly asking him to hand out red envelopes, because in Chinese culture, sharing wedding blessings and good fortune is part of the celebration. And there were still more games waiting for him and his groomsmen. If they answered incorrectly, they had to give out more red envelopes. After all, taking the bride away couldn't be that easy. For one challenge, the groom had to use a toy gun to shoot at a spinning wheel on the wall. The wheel was marked with different numbers. If he hit 520, or if the total score added up to 520, he would pass the challenge. 520 sounds like I love you in Chinese, so it carries a romantic meaning. But the toy gun seemed to have a little problem. He tried again and again, but still couldn't hit the target. He was starting to panic. Luckily, someone from the groomsmen team came up with an idea. They gave red envelopes to the bridesmaids and negotiated a chance for the groom to move one step closer to the target. With such a close distance, he finally hit 520 in one shot. For the final challenge, he needed to use a ring tossed to hook the bride's wedding shoes. The tricky part was that the shoes were placed inside a transparent box, making it easy for the ring to bounce away. With the groomsmen holding him steady and everyone working together, he finally managed to land the ring on the box. He finally succeeded. And then came the most emotional moment. Holding a bouquet of flowers, the groom knelt on one knee and asked his bride to marry him. He gently put on her wedding shoes and kissed her feet. The friends and family immediately started teasing him again, pretending they hadn't seen clearly and asking him to do it one more time. The room was filled with laughter and happiness, so the groom gave a few more kisses. After group photos with the bridesmaids and the groomsmen, we headed downstairs. The groom carried the bride down and into the car to his home. The bride's mother was saying goodbye to her daughter, watching her daughter get into the wedding car. She stood there with a look in her eyes. I almost couldn't hold back my tears. A relative gently pulled her away, and everyone held back their emotions as they watched the bride leave. As the wedding drums and fireworks began, the entire neighborhood knew that there was a happy celebration happening that day. When the car arrived at the groom's place, he carried her out. According to traditional Chinese wedding customs, someone needs to hold an umbrella over the bride during this process. In Chinese culture, holding an umbrella for the bride represents shielding her from difficulties and protecting her as she begins a new chapter of life. It carries the family's hopes and blessings that her future will be safe, peaceful, and full of happiness. At the groom's home, the couple completed several traditional wedding ceremonies. They paid respect to heaven and earth, expressed gratitude to their relatives and friends, and showed respect to their parents. One of the most meaningful moments came when the bride officially called the groom's mother Mom for the first time. When the bride changes the way she addresses her new parents-in-law, she usually receives a red envelope from them. This is called a red envelope for calling them parents. During the ceremony, the family also scattered candies, peanuts, dates, and coins. These items all carry symbolic meanings in Chinese culture. They represent blessings, happiness, prosperity, and good fortune. The guests happily collected them, hoping to share in the joy of the newlyweds. Finally, it was time for the groom to carry his bride into their wedding room. On the wedding bed, there were many items: red dates, peanuts, longan, and lotus seeds. They were arranged to represent the phrase 早生贵子, meaning may the couple have children soon and build a happy family. Next, we moved to the wedding venue. Before the ceremony began, they took some photos together to capture this once-in-a-lifetime moment. We also took a photo with the bride and placed it into a wedding guest book, sending her our most sincere wishes and blessings. In Chinese culture, many couples choose an auspicious time for their wedding ceremony. Before that special moment arrives, they use the time to capture as many precious memories as possible. Finally, the wedding ceremony began. The groom walked onto the stage first. He stood at one end of the stage, waiting for the moment when his bride would walk toward him. Everyone in the room was there for one reason: to witness this beautiful moment. When the doors of the banquet hall slowly opened, and the spotlight fell on her, the entire room became silent for 2 seconds. And then came a wave of surprised and joyful reactions. Wow! She paused at the entrance. Her mother walked toward her and gently adjusted her dress. A wedding is like a powerful field of happiness, bringing people from all directions together in one place. Then her father came to her side. She held onto her father's arm and walked toward the stage. Step by step, the groom walked toward them to welcome his bride. When the father placed his daughter's hand into the groom's hand, he gave the groom's shoulder a firm pat. That simple gesture carried so much meaning. It was a father's trust. It was also a father's final words of love and responsibility. The bride and groom held hands and walked together toward the center of the stage. Watching 2 families become one family created a kind of happiness that felt so real and tangible. The two adorable flower children, who were both a little chubby and dressed like little angels, happily walked onto the stage to deliver the wedding rings. The bride and groom stood facing each other and exchanged the rings, making their promise to one another. Their parents and elders offered their blessings. Perhaps these small, ordinary moments are what make a wedding truly unforgettable. The most touching part of a wedding is not how perfect it looks. It is how real it feels. Real laughter, real blessings, real happiness. The wedding ended, but their happiness had only just begun. The day was incredibly long, yet somehow it passed in the blink of an eye. Jieshou, this small city in Anhui, gained a special meaning in my heart because of this wedding. It was not just a place where a wedding happened, it became the place where I witnessed love, family, and the beginning of a new chapter.